Possible new breakthrough in the case of a missing Iowa TV news anchor who vanished 28 years ago, and it could potentially pinpoint a person of interest. Jodi Huisentruit was 27 years old when she disappeared back in 1995. She had overslept and was running late to anchor the news that morning, but she never showed up. Police arrived at her apartment to find her car still in the parking lot, along with other items scattered around her apartment, like a blow dryer, her red heels, a bent car key. Now, 28 years later, a private investigator believes jealousy was a factor in Jodi's disappearance, saying Jodi had a secret fling with a mystery man just days before she went missing, never to be seen again. So let's bring in that private cold case investigator, Steve Ridge, who uncovered this new detail, has been investigating this case for years. Steve, thank you so much for being with us. I guess my first question to you, how do you even approach investigating a case that is nearly 30 years old?
Well, persistence, I guess, is the answer, Nichole. I've been working on this case pretty much nonstop for 3.5 or 4 years, and what I discovered was that there was a relationship that formed with Jodi and a man who she met just 10 days before she went missing. And they were such fast friends that they actually spoke or met 8 times in 10 days, and she was out of town the other 2. So they went golfing, they had drinks, they sat on his lakeside overlook, they had dinner. She was very preoccupied with this gentleman, and it took her basically out of her normal routine, which I believe may have created some intense jealousy on the part of others who were used to seeing her on a fairly regular basis or being able to have access to her. So this has never been made public. It's something I discovered. I do know now that police are fully aware of it, but they chose not to make it public. I think it's important to make this public because it may shed light if people did see Jodi out on a date or in different situations in that final 10 days, who else was there? Who else observed it? Who else might have been upset by it? And sometimes to get information, you have to give information.
Absolutely.
So that's why I
And we're talking about a news anchor here. You know, this is in a small town, certainly, nearly 30 years ago. Obviously, television news anchors, things were a little bit different there. I mean, this is certainly someone that people would recognize, that people would know in that area. So this man, this mystery man, Steve, I know I was doing a little research. So police initially called him a person of interest, but he was later cleared. So how do you think he potentially plays into all of this, 28 years later?
Well, I think basically being in the wrong place at the wrong time, essentially, not realizing how supercharged the dynamics were around suitors. Jodi was just very popular. She was the star local news anchor in a very small community. That was the only television station that was actually based in that Mason City community. And so she was like a network star to the local people. And she was an attractive young woman that got lots of attention. She was very well liked by men and women. There were a lot of people that had an interest in being with her.
So, Steve, before we let you go here, I know you're offering a $50,000 reward for information leading to Jodi's remains. I have 2 questions for you. Do you think her remains at this point will ever be recovered? And do you think we'll ever really know what happened to Jodi?
Well, I think that there's only a slight chance that we will recover her remains, although I am specifically working on the method that was used potentially to dispose of her remains. And regardless of any condition of the remains, it is very possible that there could be physical evidence that would be self-sustaining for a very long period of time. So I haven't given up on that, but I think more likely would be, I know 3 people who I believe have information and have not come forward or have not been fully honest with what they know. And if any one of them were to come forward, I think it could re-energize this case.
Oh, yeah, we certainly hope so. Steve Ridge, I know you've put a lot of hours into this, a lot of hard work. So thank you so much for giving us some of your valuable time.
Absolutely. Thanks, Nicole.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.